Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the next episode of Spellcaster University as we continue to build out our school, which is still pretty small right now. But just as a quick review for myself and for you, if it's been a while, we're trying to train a bunch of Inquisitors, which just requires Retribution magics. That's pretty straightforward. Do we actually have a Retribution classroom? Let's see. That's a Hero's Chapel. And a sacred room over here and a light room, I think. We don't have a light room. We just have these two. Okay, so we're still looking for that, but that should be a pretty easy quest once we get it. We're trying to train 110 students, also easy, and make some alchemy man. Alright, so those are pretty straightforward. And as far as our coursework, let's see. We have this house, which focuses on shadow and alchemy magic. This one focuses on light and shadow. Interesting. And this one focuses on light and nature. Okay. So I should probably write that down. Also just noticed these two houses have the same name, so let's go ahead and edit that. We'll call this one the Azir house. Perfect. Okay. And from what I remember, I was doing some shuffling or something of the students at some point, maybe. Maybe not. But we're looking for an arcane classroom so that this place can actually start studying arcane magic. This one's happy with alchemy, and this one has no real specialties. I think we just stuck these students in here because they didn't fit anywhere else. So, all right, so that's our goals. Let's let the game run a bit and see what happens. Oh, we have a communication available. Let's see, the guild doesn't like us very much. There's the troll, of course. The lord. Okay, nobody really likes us a lot except the peasants, it turns out. Which is nice. The first bonus on the peasants is really big. Lowering teacher salaries. I think I was trying to make the king like me more, which seems like a respectable goal. Also good the Inquisition, but their bonuses, rather the sort of default get reputation with them thing is only +5, so I don't love it. All right, let's go ahead and get a +10 with the king. And get absolutely no students. That's bad. What is our... Okay, we're filtering for most educated, but we have free applications. Well, given that we got no students, we're going to stop any pre-selection whatsoever. Because clearly that's bad. We should be getting students. So I'm not totally sure what's going on there, but hopefully just a fluke. And like I said, trying to monitor sort of what people are doing. So like this kid needs to sleep, and there's no room for them to sleep. This kid has a brain problem, meaning their sanity, so probably they've been like insulted or something. Yeah, so we got a couple people leaving to sleep, so we're gonna want to try and focus on getting another dormitory, perhaps. Right now I have just the one. I don't have any private bedrooms. Or is this a private bedroom? It is, okay. So we're already running out of space, which is tricky. Alright, we got the troll as well. Let's see what he wants. Ah, it's arcane mana to slow him down. Okay. Well, that's not great. But we get a new shadow card. That's exciting. The tentacle, teaching demonology and portal magic, but losing sanity. Gosh. I take a break from the game. I can't remember, like... In the short term, I sort of have a vague idea of what artifacts and stuff we already have, but now I've completely forgotten, so... but given that some of our students are leaving due to sanity issues, probably isn't a great idea. This one gives you something as students level up, and these I think these are called the artifact. There's like different names for like artifacts versus trophies or something. I don't quite remember, but anyway, these ones that just you don't need a space on the map. You just kind of pop them in, and your students get bonuses are generally quite strong. This one's a little awkward because we don't currently have a house that studies nature and shadow. We could, and this will be perhaps a reason to do that, but I think I'll just take the genders lot. Do we have one yet? I feel like we don't, right? Yeah, we don't have a genders lodge yet, so let's take it and try our school's a little bit cleaner. Now, I had some system that I was supposed to implement here. I think it was classrooms, then like facilities, then more classrooms was the idea. All right, so I got a big classroom, classroom, classroom. Then I've got like, yeah, this stuff. Although the thing about the janitor's lodge is that we don't really care if they're close to the center of the school or anything. I'm just gonna wander around and clean anyway. So I can actually stick them like way out here if I want. Though that does sort of screw up the remaining space. I probably want to use this for like 2 more classrooms later on. So maybe I put them here or something? A little bit tricky. I also have this classroom here. Then I have, what is this? This is a first aid room, I think. Yeah, the infirmary and then the private apartments. Psychologist is right here. Maybe I put it next to psychologist. Just, even though it's kind of a waste of space for this. It does make sure I have a... Oh, well, I can't build above this anyway. So having a sideways connection here isn't actually relevant. It's kind of interesting. Could also put it up at a higher level because we don't care that much. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I put it right here. I mean, there's 6 on that side, so we can kind of build there in 2s if we need to. Sure, I'll just put them right here. Alright, and I'm still not entirely sure if, like, these stats matter for the janitors. I feel like they don't, but maybe they do their job a little faster or something. We don't want clumsy, we don't mind hawk-eyed, fun. Erudite doesn't actually matter very much. Slowly loses health and gets hungry faster. Let's go with this one. Maybe the students will misbehave a little bit less as they clean. It's certainly a helpful bonus. Yeah, so we got lots of students getting their sanity damaged. I did install a psychologist, right? So that should alleviate some of that problem. We definitely want bedrooms or private bedrooms pretty soon, ideally. Alright, you're probably gonna want some sort of healing, right? It's me again. My leg wound has changed colors and started to smell. It really needs help. You can bother me with every scratch. Let's cut it and replace it with a golem leg. Fascinating. Disinfect and burn it in alcohol, or if you have a mandrake root, you can... Well, this is amusing. Sure, let's give him a golem leg. That sounds great. So the unfinished golem reduces the school's upkeep. So we'll go ahead and put that probably in this private bedroom. Is a fine place for it. So that's nice. We just get a nice little money bonus. We could afford a card out of here, but I'm going to wait until we have some bonus gold for this exact reason. Because new terms cost money, and if you drop to 0, your prestige drops, and that's all that. So, alright, we got 1 applicant. Man, our school is not attracting a lot of students. It's problematic. We need some more prestige, I guess, or maybe just a bigger school. Which I guess they're kind of both the same thing in a lot of ways. Alright, so we got a chaotic good student who is a shadow disciple. We have 2 different houses that focus on shadow. One focus on light and shadow, the other focus on shadow and alchemy. Given that they're good, I think I send them here, even though this house has like nobody in it. That's fine, you know. Well, we'll figure this house situation out eventually. But yeah, I guess going back to the janitor, here's our cleanliness filter. So this is how clean our rooms are, and as you can see, they're not clean at all. They're very dirty, which means they're less efficient. So having the janitor around will hopefully fix that and make our classrooms just a bit better. Alright, what do we got here? The Chamber of Truth. Perfect. We need this. The Flower Crown's cool as well. This is the weapons rack, but we obviously need the Chamber of Truth because we're trying to train Inquisitors. So we'll take that. And given our situation with the other light teachers, we would prefer them to be evil, but, you know, it's not necessarily how it has to go. Alright, now where do I want to stick this thing? Probably somewhere close to the entrance. That's where the students tend to sort of go the most. It says side-to-side connections only. Okay, so I can't put it here, so we'll just put it right here. That's fine, I guess. Could also put it down here at the bottom. But then any light students that are like in this bedroom are going to probably prefer going here first, so I don't like that as much. It's a little trickier to get to, but that's okay. Alright, well, there's not an evil teacher, so that's unfortunate, but let's see how good they are. This one's appropriate. Punctual's nice. Erudite's nice. Demanding and greedy. So they're going to cost us a ton of cash. They have every possible trade that makes them more expensive, right? With greedy, demanding, and unionized, they're going to have a over 200% salary. Over 300% salary. That's kind of absurd. But they do have some good stuff going on. This guy, same pedagogy level, also unionized. Fun is good. Researchers, fine. It's not really that exciting. And then he's also greedy, so and that's the worst of this bunch, right? And like he's greedy and unionized, so really it's demanding versus round belly. And I think I like these positive traits better, so we're gonna go with Angua Corrigan here, who's chaotic good. Which does make things a little bit tricky. Yeah, we don't have a lot of neutral teachers right now, so our neutral students are going to have a bit of a tough time. But, yeah, let's hire her. We're still waiting for additional money to hopefully buy some bedrooms and stuff. This student's getting bored. Yeah, maybe that's why we're not getting any students, because we really don't have the room to house them right now, do we? Alright, comfortable buying this now. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get what we need with a refectory, a teacher's lounge, and a nature room. The nature room's pretty bad. Again, I'd prefer to just draw from this deck and get the specialty rooms. A second teacher's lounge is okay. I'll probably just take the second refectory. If we're running into problems with sleep, we'll eventually run into problems with hunger, so might as well have the extra one available. And we can just put that up at a slightly higher level, perhaps, like here. Next to the gender. Won't have many students going there yet, but our university will eventually expand, and this will be a useful room to have, so I'll go ahead and put it here. And note I could have upgraded this one as well. That is an option, but generally with these like student rooms, you want to start by building a few and maybe upgrade later. All right, let's see if we can get a nature room. Okay, we can get a stable or a dolmen, both good. I think I take the dolmen first. This having a bunch of these creature slots is useful. A lot of the magical creatures are quite good, but druidism is also something that comes on a number of the artifacts. So they often require a certain level in druidism to do something cool. In fact, this is a feature I wish the game had, is you can't look at your like stuff while you're looking at the selection screen. Which is really a shame, because I'm going to pick the dolmen here, but you can go into here and take a look at any of these things you already have. And for instance, we have the Sylvan King's Horns, which I don't remember about. So when students get level 3 in Druidism, they get tired a lot slower, which is obviously fantastic if we're having problems with students not having room to sleep. So really glad I picked the dolmen then. Right now we just have that and the Necrostaff, so good to know. And I'm going to continue building here for now. Once we get like 1 or 2 more floors higher, I'm going to start expanding to this side of the school. But generally speaking, going up is a little bit easier than going side to side for our students. So start with the dolmen, probably just right here is fine. And let's see, our current nature teacher is neutral. So if we get a second neutral one, like Penny here, that would give a place for our neutral students to sort of head to, which is nice. But she is a terrible teacher, unfortunately. She moves quick, and that's really the only positive here. This guy, on the other hand, is a fantastic teacher. He's also fun, so students don't get bored very quickly. He gives us some King's Rep. Yeah, this guy's phenomenal. So unfortunately, we're not going to have a nice little theming there. But those are the sort of decisions you have to make, right? Is like, okay, it would be nice to have a neutral teacher, because then that gives me a nice place to focus on neutral students, but this teacher sucks, so we're going to go with the one that doesn't suck. If they were closer together, I'd probably go with her. We'll go with that guy. And getting that passive rep is definitely super, super helpful. Alright, alchemy, we have two alchemy rooms currently. We can get a second infirmary. We can get a component supply. It might be a good time to start doing this. We don't need a second infirmary quite yet, I don't think. We could upgrade one with these rooms, but I think it's pretty good. Creating component cards. Again, we don't know any recipes yet because we haven't played with this, but you'll get a variety of ingredients. You can combine them and make a potion, and the potions will usually give you mana and stuff, so they're pretty helpful. So let's see, where do we want to put this is the question. Or can we even put this is the other question. Okay, looks like there's only a few classrooms that can take it. This place is kind of small. Let's go with the necromancy classroom, I think. That's probably going to get a lot of students in it sooner or later here. Yeah, look at these guys learning all about animals. Phenomenal. There's our janitor doing her job. Fantastic. And of course, as soon as she leaves, the students graffiti the walls. Ridiculous. What is my discipline level at right now, I wonder? Okay, just normal. That's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the messenger so we can get the Royal Bastion probably up to 30. We really need some rep with the Adventurers Guild soon. The Trolls also slowly becoming an issue. But I'm going to do this one more time and then start worrying about our negative reps. Trying to maybe get those going. Yeah, if we train some assassins. So when an assassin graduates, they put one of your negative reps to 0, which is quite helpful, especially here. And we got some new students. One new student. Cool. And they're neutral and dumb. That's not an ideal combination for what we're doing. Well, we'll send them to nature school because it's the only place that has a neutral teacher. So that's gonna have to do. We got a fertility potion. 15 for alchemy mana. Lose some rep for gold. 10 for nothing. Or just nothing. Don't lose 50 alchemy mana. I think that's okay. I'll take the maximum rep here. It's not really that big a deal. We're generating a decent amount as is. We just have the one students hall. Yeah, we definitely need a second students hall. We need more bedrooms, so getting some money would be nice. I wonder, given that we have our like teachers lounge and stuff, maybe we'd start underpaying our teachers a bit. Maybe that's a good thing to do early on here, is hop in here and start paying our teachers like garbage so that we can get some more money. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Maybe we get a sponsor as well. Lose a bit of prestige but gain gold every season. Yeah, let's do that. Let's focus on gold for a bit because we need some student facilities that we just don't have right now. Alright, hopefully these students are going to hit level 3 druidism real fast here and start getting tired less quickly. That'd be fantastic. You can do it, kid. I believe in you. Come on, there it is. Look at those beautiful horns. Alright, we got some more students, and by some more I mean one again. Okay, let's see, you're lawful good, so you can also go back here. I think this is the best school for good kids. Which we have a lot of, incidentally. Yeah, we got lots of people losing sanity. Kind of tricky. Alright, waiting until about $600 for the deck here, but yeah, our costs lowered and we're getting extra money, so like that's pretty good. Students are coming out here to do something. Get rid of boredom, yeah. Makes sense. Alright, Shadow deck, what you got for me? Marsh Vulture that makes students lose sanity. Not really what I'm looking for at the moment. Demonic Chamber's decent. We have Yeah, we don't have this classroom yet, or we can get the child eating bed, which is kind of hilarious. It hurts your students but gives you an alchemy ingredient, which is actually not a bad deal, but I'm going to take demonic chamber since we have so few shadow classrooms at the moment. So it seems like a good idea. Go ahead and put it somewhere in this area. Let's see, 2. I left 6 here intentionally, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. That all said, I'm gonna put this a little more centrally, I think. Just put it right here. Let's see what we've got here. And this is the badly paid debuff, for those of you wondering. So currently our shadow teachers are all good. So is either of these people good? No. Okay, so appropriate is fine. Punctual and athletic, they move real fast. That's cool. Students learn slower though, and they're a little more expensive. Oh, apologies there. Just starting to record for the day and already losing my voice. This teacher is alright. This one is a little bit better at actually teaching. Hawkeye's nice. Gourmet is okay. Clumsy's pretty bad because our aberrations last longer, and demoralized is kind of whatever. It's a little bit of a tough call. This one does teach better. But Clumsy's really scary right now. Let's take this one, just the super fast teacher here. Chaotic. Oh, that. Pop them in, and should be able to afford from the standard deck shortly. Okay, these are... Well, the arcane room's okay. Not really what we needed precisely, but I'll still take it. And this is a 2-tile room. Okay, we'll just put that right at the start here, I think. Students can hop right into the arcane room and learn something. So this is a new school of magic we're starting. Pretty good. Arcane. So we got Oscar. Oscar. Is appropriate. Let's see. So his growth rate of needs, ex-inquisitor. Ooh, that would be really helpful. Our inquisition reps in the toilet. Poser and chatty are less good, so the students aren't going to learn all that well. This one, on the other hand, is a fantastic teacher. She's punctual and also an ex-inquisitor. Oh, okay. She's phenomenal, and she's a neutral teacher, which is awesome. So that's another neutral teacher. We can maybe try and focus our students there. Let's go ahead and hire her. Let's see what this guy wants. Deep in the bowels. So an intern just discovered a secret entrance leading to the old archives of King Boktalan IV. We're a bit scared to go there, but maybe you could help us explore. Legends say they contain valuable documents and permits. And of course we'll bankroll the expedition. We can just barely afford it, which is why I like to keep this reserve gold, right? Because if this event pops up and we don't have any gold, then we can't do anything with it. Now sometimes this leads to nothing, but other times it leads to getting something on the cheap, so... Let's do it. And now that we have an arcane room, we're going to be looking at reorganizing our houses a little bit, because this one wants to focus on nature and arcana if it can, which it now can. So we'll go turn off light here and go arcana. And that's actually perfect because those are the two that have neutral teachers, so this can be sort of the neutral focused house. So you're now nature plus arcana. Now, let's see, we have 3 houses, right? And we're teaching 1, 2, 3, 4, all 5 schools of magic. So if each school takes 2, then we'll essentially end up with 1 extra, which is okay. We could also focus on a single school at one of the houses. For instance, we don't have any light apprentice stuff, so this house could focus on light only, just to make sure we get those inquisitors rolling. And then when we can transfer students around as they get like too good in light magic, basically. So that could be interesting as we go. This school does only light magic, and we have a lot of light classrooms now, so you should be able to find a place to learn. These guys would do arcana and nature, which I suppose leaves alchemy and shadow for these guys, which is already what they're doing, right? So that's kind of perfect. I think I like that idea. That way we have each thing covered once. Our students can learn, and that's all good. And unfortunately, when you do this kind of transition, you have to kind of go through your student roster and figure things out. This house shouldn't change, because they're already studying these two things, so unless there's something strange that's happened, they're going to just stay here and continue studying that. But especially later on in the game, as your learning rates increase, sometimes you'll kind of go through your students periodically and say, you know, oh, they've already learned like everything there's to know about shadow magic, so let's transfer them somewhere else for the last year or two, that type of thing. But our school's not nearly that efficient yet, so right now we're just gonna, I imagine, keep everyone who's here. This kid's doing pretty well. Look at that, it's level 4 enchantment. They've only been here 3 years. It's pretty solid. Yeah. Okay, this kid's learned a bunch of random stuff. That's cool. This kid's straight up necromancer. Yeah, it looks like we're getting elementalism from somewhere. I'm gonna have to find that artifact and maybe put it somewhere else. We'll see. Alright, now these guys are nature and arcana, so we want to make sure that they're not in any... There aren't any people that like don't like arcana magic, for instance. This one's chosen by light and chosen by nature. Interesting. So let's see. Light is still more evil than anything. Yeah, so it looks like our breakdown as far as how to assign students is going to be that the Shadow and Alchemy House gets the good students, this one gets the neutral students, and this one gets the evil students is the idea. And so this student has some time left. They've already learned some nature magic, or excuse me, some light magic. They're kind of all over the map, but I think I'm happy to transfer them. I should actually, I'm going to move them, but I should start. This house only has 4 students. Let's just do a quick review on them. Okay, you're allergic to a bunch of things. You're also a shadow disciple, but I guess you're allergic to alchemy, so that's fine. Yeah, you're not doing great. That's okay. You're allergic to nature and you're chosen by the light. That's perfect. You can stick here and do that. You're also chosen by the light. Good. And you're just allergic to nature. You're here for a few more years. Yeah, you can stick around. That's fine. All right, perfect. Let's see, jack of all trades, double child of nature, so we'll definitely want to keep them here. This one is you're 3 of 7. So they're kind of equal here. They've randomly learned some elementalism already, which I guess makes me a little bit more inclined to keep them here. Pumpkinhead here is fine. So I have to keep... Okay, so we're nature and arcana, which most of them aren't going to have any arcana yet. But we're looking for anybody that's like maybe really heavily into light, and maybe we put them into light school instead. Because now that we don't have light in the other schools, we need to make sure there's actually like some students here, right? So this guy, for instance, they're already in year 3, but maybe they can pop these an additional level if they focus on their studies on light magic. Oof, this one's rough. I think I'll keep them here, but it's tough. You're here for 7 years. You've already learned some pretty good nature. Let's actually pop you over as well. You're fine. You're 2 of 3. Sure, we'll try popping you over. I guess I should be maybe paying attention to their alignment as well, but with students that are halfway through their studies, things work a little bit differently. Okay, this kid's chosen by the light, so I'll move them. We got an arcane scholar here. Cool, let's keep them in arcane school. Or no, wait, they're not an arcane scholar. That's the blue ones are assigned from the house. I'm just dumb. They're here for 7 years. That's fine. We'll keep them here. Definitely keep you here. Okay, you're a child of nature times 2. Sure. You are actually chosen by the light. And yeah, sure. We'll stick you over here as well. You don't like Arcana magic, which makes you a pretty poor fit here. You're fine. I mean, guess I could move you as well. You're not here for very long, so let's focus you on a single thing. And that's another criteria we can use is if students only here for 3 years and they're not like a perfect fit anywhere, we just throw them in the lighthouse because they're only focusing on one type of magic at least, so maybe they'll learn something. Okay, we'll move you as well since that's what you've done so far. You're here for 5 years. Yeah, I'll move you too, why not? Our light classrooms might be getting a little bit crowded, but that's okay. You're 1 of 5, neutral, neutral. Yeah, you'll stay here. Okay, perfect. Some new housing assignments, and yeah, we should start rolling in some arcane mana, which is cool. We still desperately need those bedrooms, though. Maybe we have to take a visit to Sneaky Merchants, although we don't even have the money for them. Let's see what we find in the light deck. Okay, Repentant Bed, Phoenix, and Trophy Room. Trophy Room we don't want yet. So this lets you, yeah, see, they have artifacts, relics, and decorations, and it's like, what is all this stuff? Anyway, this you can put this somewhere, and then all the rooms adjacent to it get the bonuses from the stuff in there, which I think I talked about in the first episode. It's actually a really good room later on in the run, when you're getting lots of this stuff, but early on, it's a little hard to make use of it. Phoenix is okay. Gives you a Phoenix Feather, which when you go to a dungeon, which we haven't done yet, and I'll talk about that when we get there, but it lets you resurrect a student, which can be helpful, but I think I'll just take the bed. So the Repentant Bed students who sleep in this bed have a chance of losing a negative trait, which is just helpful, so let's go ahead and put that in one of the private bedrooms, why not? You know, just for your viewing pleasure, it's just a big old bed of spikes. Pretty helpful. Alright, let's see what the guinea pig has for us. Orcs are at 0, these guys are at 55, that's pretty cool. King's at 30, we're happy with that. Lord of Evil's at 2, Inquisition's at negative 10. Let's maybe go to the guild. Okay, that's fine. Lowers our Lord of Evil reputation a bit. That's alright. Oh, look at this teacher. She's just absolutely zooming here. Alright, nature deck. Ooh. Okay, tough decision. So Greenhouse is the third sort of nature facility. And has the advantage of once you level it up a few times, it can start giving out chemical components, which is very, very helpful. Guardian, however, is kind of insane. It improves the teacher to allow them to give critical hits, which is kind of a hilarious concept, but also just really helpful. The wardrobe's actually not bad either. That could be another way to alleviate some of the tiredness issues. I wouldn't mind a wardrobe, but I think this other stuff's just better. God, do I want a greenhouse that badly? Our nature classroom has, like, our nature students have other classrooms to go to. I think I'm going to take Guardian because, well, it's fantastic, and we can put it in the Retribution classroom, which is the, what am I trying to say? We're trying to train Inquisitors, right? So we need high Retribution. So let's go ahead and put it in here. And now that teacher is going to be better, which is definitely helpful. Alright, we got our first graduating class. That's pretty exciting. Should score us some prestige, hopefully, and then some other bonuses as well. We got 9 total graduates. Alright, we got the Puppet Master. Thanks to their hand dexterity, they become a Puppet Master, giving us 100 alchemy and 100 shadow mana. So the way this works is, right, your student meets certain conditions to get these features, and then you get one assigned at random from this pool, and you can reroll the fate once. There are things down the line you can do to get multiple rerolls, but for now we just get the one. So we have to decide if we're happy with being a Puppet Master, if we'd rather go ahead and reroll. And while Craftsman is better, a lot of these lower ones are quite poor, unfortunately. Peasant is quite bad, Undertaker, Stonecutter, lots of pretty bad ones here. And, you know, as you can see, the student hasn't learned all that much, right? They've learned like 5 total levels of magic. So we'll be happy to get some alchemy and shadow mana from them and a prestige point. So go ahead and accept that fate. Alright, thanks to their creativity, this one becomes an adventure, which doesn't give us any prestige, but it's 200 bucks, and we can use money right now, so I'm kind of okay with that, I think. Minion and Craftsman are both decent, and there's another Puppet Master. I think I'm going to accept this because we need the money, but it's not amazing. Okay, here's Wizard Apprentice. Wizard Apprentice is bad. We're going to reroll Wizard Apprentice for sure. Okay, we get the other bad one, Village Mage. I guess they really didn't have that many strong futures, did they? Again, another kind of mediocre student. And this will happen with the 3-year students. You know, when people are here for 7 years, that's when you start getting the really powerful futures. So I'll take the Village Mage and live with it. Okay, Craftsman is pretty cool. So that's the first sort of meta progression upgrade that you get. So this will increase the efficiency of enchantment workshops by 0.5%, which probably looking at that, you're thinking, that doesn't matter, right? It's 0.5%. What's that going to do? Well, and you're right? One of these guys is not going to change things much. But when we graduate, you know, 10 craftsmen, all of a sudden things start to kind of get rolling. And this game, it takes a long time to get through an entire campaign. So these bonuses definitely do stack up. Fortunately, this another one doesn't give prestige, which is unfortunate. But I will still happily take it. Okay, here we have a minion for 150 shadow mana. And that looks like it's the best out of this bunch. Happily take that. Another adventure, sure. Especially since the other options kind of suck. Squire, I'll pass on. 30 light mana at 20 gold. Will be a shepherd instead. 100 natural mana, 100 gold. That's a good, pretty good one. Lots of low prestige futures here. Okay, another squire. No, thank you. Circus handler, solid. And that gives us prestige. Fantastic. And another adventure. Okay. Fine. All right. So we made a lot of money. That's really helpful. Thanks. Yeah, I'll take these students first. Man, we are not getting a lot of students. I need more prestige. Courageous, popular, hypochondriac. Okay, it's your chaotic neutral, which neutral generally wants to go into this house. So there we go. That's where we'll assign you. And time to spend our cash. Okay, Students Hall is helpful. Reduces boredom. Canopy bed also nice. Makes the bed just more efficient and gives you some gold, but we need the Students Hall. Let's take it. And then one more draw from this deck. This is poor. The Medicine Cabinet's not very exciting. We don't really need to recover health. We have a first aid place already. Like, this is just not a big deal. So I'll probably take one of these to upgrade. I guess my Arcane Room. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll just pop it right in here so you can see that changes the level from 0 to 1. That just gives us a 10% efficiency bonus, which isn't that big of a deal, but it's helpful. Nature deck. Okay, it's a little exciting. The snake's quite good. Improves the efficiency of all rooms on the snake's floor, which we can make a pretty long floor if we want to, right? So that's nice. Lunar Calendar gives your students a chance to becoming werewolves. We already have a lot of werewolves. I'm not too worried about that. And the Pig Chamber allows students to improve the rate at which you communicate, but that drags them away from their actual studies. So I'm not a huge fan of the Pig Chamber until later on in the university's career. Just take the snake. Shadow mana. Ooh, the Infernal Wings are quite good. So when you get level 4 Demonology, level 3 Necromancy, you generate 125% more Shadow mana, which is a ton. Now, of course, it's hard to get to these high of levels, but if we can get multiple copies of the Infernal Wings, then it drops the requirements and becomes pretty good. Pentacle's okay, and then the Assassin's Arena would be kind of nice. Like I mentioned, Assassins would be good to train here. So there's a little temptation for this, but I really like the wings. I'm going to go with the wings. Just pop those in. Alright. Can actually draw multiple times from the Arcane deck. So, okay, so here's the Counselor's Office, which is the thing I was talking about, students making an extra choice of the future. So basically, if they go here while they're in school, you get an additional reroll on that screen we were just at, which is nice. But again, this is more helpful when your students are really knocking it out of the park, right? If a student's like level 2 in 2 different magics and they come here, it's just not going to do that much. It's when you can get the really, really successful futures you want to have multiple shots at. So Not to worry about that yet. Passionate trait is okay, and then increasing growth rate and activities by 25%. Guess I'll just take the sphere. Nothing too exciting there. Really looking for, yeah, some of these things. Okay, perfect. The Millywing's cool. It would give us some alchemical components, but we want an additional classroom. Now, the interdimensional room's nice. It doesn't need a teacher, which means your students can just kind of hang out there all the time, but it does lower sanity, which is an issue right now. We have some students leaving due to sanity already. So I'm going to take the Elementals Dojo, which gives your students the Elementalism skill, which is just fine. It comes with some good upgrades, and it's also helpful in dungeons. So I'm a fan of that one. And finally, the alchemy deck. We can get a potion workshop. Okay, we don't have one of those yet, so that's helpful. Or we can get a second unfinished golem, reducing the school's upkeep. Our upkeep's only 16 right now, so like it's gonna save us only a couple of gold. I'll just take the potion skills, or the potion workshop, excuse me. So that's fine. How big is the potion workshop? Okay, that's at 2, and the dojo's also at 2. So let's figure out. Do we have room for this snake on every floor? We can't put it on floor 2. We can put it on floor 1 or 3. So I'll probably put it in the entry hall and make every room on this floor more efficient, which is pretty cool. Let's see, how many more slots do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of want to save one of them for an herbalism room so that we can just, because it's not a room where you can build over top of it, so we can kind of have that whole area sequestered off a little bit. But I think I put one of these classrooms way the hell over here, which is like a little bit awkward. Probably make it the potion workshop. So we'll actually put that at the very, very end and save room over here for the herbalism room. I think that makes sense. And that way, like, we have 4 tiles over here. They're just gonna get not built over top of. And it's gonna be helpful for some of the like tower structures. Yeah. Wait, so this still has an arrow over this way, but like you can't build over here, right? Okay. Let's pop this in, and let's see. Our alchemy teachers so far are all good aligned, so we can't match that. That's unfortunate. Potions. Let's see here. So you suck at teaching. It's not great. You're a hawkeye and a researcher, which is nice. Clumsy procrastinator. Not ideal. You, on the other hand, are a fantastic teacher that's even better thanks to his ancient wisdom. X-Adventure is nice. The problem is this is an elder teacher, which means they're going to move around slowly, and this classroom's way the hell over here. That said, this one's so bad, I think I'm going to go with him anyway. But it's not ideal. Not an ideal location for that teacher. So, all right, Elementalist Dojo. I'm just gonna pop right in here. Seems good to me. Yeah, I think this is right. And so we're looking for neutral teachers, which we do have one. Let's see, Elementalism. So this guy is a pretty good teacher. Okay, moves a little slow and grows boredom faster for their characters, but his own needs grow slower. This is pretty irrelevant. She's not a very good teacher. She's an ex-adventurer and Hawkeye. It's nice. She's clumsy, though. Yeah, so, like, here it's a lot closer, right? You know, I like Hawkeye and ex-adventurer quite a bit, but, like, her pedagogy's a little worse. Clumsy, a little scary. The poser also sucks. So these are, like, pretty close. And so here I'm going to use the neutral as a tiebreaker and go ahead and hire Rick. So let's do that. And he was neutral, right? Let's see here. Yep, neutral. That's perfect. Okay. Yeah, and here's like I guess the upgrade system I can mention real quick. So when we evolved, what did we evolve? I can't remember. This room, right? We made this room level 1, which just increased the efficiency, right? Nothing else you can do. But here, when we improve this room, we can choose to get that efficiency bonus, which is helpful. But you can also instead decline that and get tournament, which gives students who duel in the class 50% learning rate, which is phenomenal. So that's one nice thing about the dojo is once you upgrade it once, this is such a strong bonus. All right. So yeah, definitely looking to fill up this first floor now that the snake is here, and like it's gonna make our bedrooms more efficient. That's really helpful, which is it's still negative 10%, mind you, but it's probably just because it's filthy. I have to guess. The janitors can never quite keep up, it seems, with the mess. You need like a lot of janitors or some additional ways to clean the school. Oh, I forgot we have the sphere as well. I should definitely put that somewhere. Strange. I thought the student halls had room for this, but they apparently do not. So, oh, I can put it in a refectory though. That's kind of nice. Granted, it's the refectory no one uses, so it's maybe a little less exciting. Hmm. Well, you know what, let's put it in here because it has 2 slots, I guess. It's just, like, not very exciting. Oh, and I have the... Man, I'm not playing well. I have the students' hall as well, which I should definitely play. Okay, so I can actually put it here because we can't build side to side here anyway, so it's a fine place for it. Nice centralized students' halls will hopefully help with the boredom situation. Got some shadow stuff. Okay, now we can pick up the Assassin's Arena. I would love another Jander's Lodge, of course. But I do want an Assassination Classroom. So I'm going to take that. And again, I'm leaving this room for now. So let's put this then over here somewhere. I think like here. Let's see. That was 50. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. It's probably okay to just put it over there. Could also put it up again. Maybe that's better, actually. Like, this is kind of far away, isn't it? Yeah, let's just keep building up for now. Go ahead and stick the assassination room right here. And let's see. We still prefer good teachers if we can find them, which both these are, so that's perfect. Alright, this guy is not very good at teaching. It's unfortunate. But he is fun. It's also slow and roundabout. So not a great teacher. And this one is good at teaching. Under the King's protection and... Okay, this one's phenomenal. They do unfortunately increase the boredom of other characters in the room very quickly between Poser and Pretentious, but they're still much, much better, so we'll take her. The lawful good assassin, Vincent... Oh, sorry, that's a him. Vincent Butler here. Alright, nice. Now maybe we can train some assassins and that'll help our rep. Wait, is that a hungry student leaving? That's gotta be a graduate or something, right? We got 2 freaking refectories. There's no way anybody's going hungry. Refuse to believe it. Yeah, the big injection of money from the graduates was nice, but still need just a touch more. Ooh, we're starting to get more applicants again. Cool. All right, this one's afraid of shadow and light magic, which doesn't leave too many schools for them. That just leaves the nature and arcana school. Tazir. Yep. Nailed that pronunciation. All right, we got a good student who is afraid of pollen, so we'll put them into this one. And a Shadow Disciple will also go into that one. Perfect. Alright. Nice. I really want one more bedroom, and then I think we'll be in good shape to kind of readjust our money situation. Maybe start paying our teachers reasonable salaries again. Alright, what do you want? Another fertility potion? Sure. Our reputation with the peasants should be really phenomenal now. 70, yeah. So we just need 5 more. King's good. Gil's at -2. Trolls at -30. Yikes. Maybe we hit the Inquisition or the Orcs next. I think we need Arcane Mana to calm the troll down, so we'll want to go there once we get more of this going. Waiting for about 750 to draw from this deck. see what we... I guess we'll do this first. God, the Inquisition or the Orcs? Let's go the Orcs. They're a little bit easier to raise reputation with. Like, for instance, the orcs are all moving about, bone decorations are found everywhere, and the mood is decidedly festive. It seems the orcs are preparing a party. And we can get 20 reputation for just hanging around at the party. That's really, really good. So we'll do that. Right, let's draw. Hey. Man. We are just not hitting the things we want to hit. I mean, I'll take a second psychologist over the school coat of arms, which is okay, but... we're having a little bit of sandy issues. Let's go ahead and do this. And I think could improve the one I have, but I think I want an extra one. And where do I want to put them? I could put them here and then try to like stick the bedroom right here and have that extend out. Yeah, it's probably okay. Build tight for now. Alright, you're mediocre, unionized, inspiring's good. Unbreakables, whatever. Relaxed and pretentious are fine. You're ancient wisdom, elder greedy. I mean, you're not as good, but... I don't like how slow you are and how expensive you are. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Peggy Turnip here. Alright, we got our students learning how to assassinate. Very good. Something a perfectly reputable magic school should definitely teach to everybody. Alright, what do you want, kid? Alright, we're starting to get more applicants, which makes me think I can maybe start filtering again. Maybe make applications actually cost money would be the way to go. Alright, waffle neutral, nothing else super relevant, so we'll send them to neutral school. Chaotic good, nothing else highly relevant. Bang. Okay, you're an arcane scholar and a goth, which is fine. You can go here. And you're also an arcane scholar, so you can also go here. Alright. And their houses are pretty balanced right now, although this one should probably be a little bit smaller theoretically, but it's mostly fine. Ooh, Archangel Wings. Man, all kinds of good stuff here. We'll take the Archangel Wings, though. It's another one that's, once you get it popping, it's pretty insane. Similar to the Demon Wings. So get that going. And we do have a house that's only focused on light magic, so they should get there. Not soon, but at some point they should. Oh yeah, I was gonna go ahead and pop in here and start making applications cost money. What are you doing? Why are you out here? Just reducing boredom, huh? Okay. Like, we have all these student facilities and you're just out in the fucking grass. Alright. Yeah, here's our extremely slow potions teacher making his way over. Hey, our first alchemy ingredient. Obviously, we're gonna have to wait to find some more, but... Yeah, we got a bunch of students coming out here, even though I built this second student lounge. Suppose maybe for some this is just like closer and it's just as effective. I'm not really sure. Alright. Ooh, this is all good. So we got the temporal room, which improves temporal magic. The interdimensional room again, which lowers sandy. We did just build a second psychologist, which makes this a little more tempting. And the mystical eye is quite good as well. But I'm going to go with the temporal room, I think. Well, maybe I go with this one first. So the temporal room is another one that has incredibly good upgrades. If you can get it to level 2, which means you have to get 3 of these cards. So that takes a while. But it can increase your students' stay at the school for additional years, which makes them obviously be able to learn quite a bit more. But it's going to be a while before we can get multiples of these cards going. So I might go with the interdimensional room for now. because the Sandy's less of a concern with 2 psychologists, and students can just hang out here all of the time without the need for a teacher, which I like. So you can put that here. As you can see, it's sort of a 2-level room. Could actually put it here. It's not insane. And to have additional efficiency is kind of cool. And we already have a bunch of arcane rooms this way. I think I actually don't mind spreading it out a little bit. Psychologists are pretty close to here as well. Yeah, because that way, like, the extra space here is kind of utilized in a way. Yeah, I think I don't mind this, and then we'll maybe put the temporal room next to it, because it's also a 2-level room. Sure. Let's do that. Right, and again, no teacher, so we don't have to pick a teacher. All right. Going. And all I've ever wanted is a bedroom, and just find a bedroom. We have the adventurers again. Oh, this is bad. They usually want light magic to fix them in some capacity, and we're currently very, very low. So I'm gonna wait for this event to talk to me instead of the other way around, but it doesn't look like we're generating any light mana at the moment. Are none of our light teachers here, or like our students are just like not doing things, I guess? It's a little bit tricky. The Demon's Lord Familiar. During the last dungeon expedition, we killed the Demon Lord and found his cat. Without an owner, we can't bring himself to abandon him. Would you like to adopt it? And 200 gold's a lot for a cat, but it's hard to say no, right? We got the Ancient Troll again, which I'm pretty sure requires this mana, which we also don't have, so these events are not where we want it. But I might go to the Sneaky Merchants, actually. Alright, let's put this cat somewhere. What does it do again? It wanders around, reducing needs of all characters, yeah. Sure, I'll just put it here. Is that... Oh, these are both witches' cats. Well then... Is there a different place to put it? Up here somewhere, maybe? Sure. Put you in the dual room, that's fine. And we put this one here. Kind of spread them out, basically. Make sure they're not hitting the same areas. Alright. This is bad. We need arcane mana. But in the meantime, yeah, let's go here. This would be nice and all. There's a couple of places that would be useful. But let's go to the Sneaky Merchants. And what we can do here is buy some stuff. Let's see what he says. Another merchant comes to you offering you to sell his relic. He says it's very powerful and thus very expensive. However, he'll give you a very special personal discount. So we can buy artifacts, classrooms, trinkets. Oh, this is, I see, this is free, which is kind of cool. You draw the collection of crystal globes, or you get a lunar calendar. I mean, it is nice that these are free. But I need a bedroom. I also don't know if classrooms includes bedrooms, to be honest. But I think it's just cards from this deck. But you know what? We'll take the free thing. Because this requires us to have gold. But I don't think it requires us to spend it, right? Yeah. So in this classroom, the teacher doesn't gain boredom. It gains less tiredness and hunger. Which seems pretty good to me. Can I put this in the... Oh, yeah, perfect. Okay. Make sure this guy has to make less trips out here. That'll be pretty useful for him. Since he's so slow. Although, let's see. Pretentious. I'm not sure if this is actually helping that much, but whatever. We'll leave it there for now. Oh, Alchemical Talisman's good. Runestone's good. Potion Workshop number 2. Also okay, because you can upgrade it to give you ingredients, much like the Herbalism room, but I'm going to go with this. Enchantment and runes. Our students generate more mana. That's just helpful. Sort of invest in the longer term here. We have more students with bad brains not going to psychologists. I guess our psychologists are a bit overworked. Okay, we got more graduates. Let's see what we got here. 8 more. Cool. Gravedigger. Receive 2 light mana when you draw a shadow card. You know, this isn't exciting, but I think it's okay given our other options, so we'll accept it. Wizard Apprentice is not good. Take a Craftsman. Cooler enchantment workshops are getting better. Imp's actually not bad. Reduce the cost of shadow cards by 1. Has its moments. Yeah, sure, we'll accept this fate. And there's Circus Handler, Cartographer, Conscripted Mage, Shepherd, Adventurer, Hero. Some interesting ones in there, but there's also some pretty terrible ones. I think I'll keep it. The Gravedigger, okay. Okay, I don't want to be a peasant, especially. Oh, these are bad. I guess we're going to be a peasant. Did you just learn nothing? You learned Sacred Magic level 2. Cool. Well, at least we get some reputation, but obviously the prestige loss sucks. Wow, you're also terrible. Alright, wasn't great. Guess we'll take a minion. Alright, not the best batch of graduates there. Alright, we already have a dolmen, so not that exciting. The improvements in this room are kind of mediocre. So we'll take probably the Parco Fit hat component here. We can put that in our teacher's lounge. And anytime a teacher shows up here, they can have a chance of making us a component. Cool stuff. Dojo, Counselor's Office, Window. The window's good. Improves your portal magic. Counselor's Office. Level 2 Dojo, though. I think I'm actually going to go for the level 2 Dojo. I think it's really, really powerful to get the tournament buff. And Breastplate. We're not teaching Shadow and Nature in the same school, so it's going to be a little bit hard to get. Assassination Arena also has a pretty good level 1 upgrade. I can also take another Jander's Lodge. I think that's what I'm actually going to do. Yeah, we need some more cleaning crew here. Where do I put this? I could put this way up here. I could put it way over here somewhere. Put it here. It's kind of an interesting place for it. Here even is fine. We got some options where this thing could go. Sort of like utilizing the space over here. Let's put it way at the end. Seems alright. Alright, we got another Under the King's Protection. I like that. Poser Procrastinator, okay. Yeah, we'll just go with him because giving us some King's Rep is useful. Alright, here's some of our graduates leaving school. Very good. Here's our first hat. Need one more ingredient and we'll be able to make something. Pretty exciting. Probably gonna end up with way too many hats. Alright, you're gonna want something bad from me, right? We've chosen Tolerate your impious, I think. Sorcery University, but this does incur some compensation. We have come to collect tithe, which will fund our team of mage hunters. Ironic, isn't it? We can lose some. We can give them some gold. You know, we train Inquisitors here on the same team. We don't have the Great Book of Purity. All right. Yeah, this seems fine. Let's be on the same team. We are, after all, looking to train some Inquisitors. Haven't gotten there yet, but you know, it's okay. There's still time. Let's see what we have here. We can get an alchemy room, a arcane room, or a new house. Is a new house of interest? I mean, it could be. I think the rest of these options aren't too exciting, so let's see what house we can fund here. Fund? Found. Find? I'm not good at the words thing today. Now, it would have, of course, helped to perhaps look at my other houses before I did this, so I had some idea of what I should be looking for, but there is a Chosen by the Light here, which is nice. We have a house purely focused on light, so That seems fine. And then maybe we go passionate, chosen by the light, so they learn higher level magic more quickly. And they just really focus on light. It's kind of interesting. Sure. That can be your symbol. I'm into it. Alright, go into our classes. Make this place prioritize light. Do anything else. And transfer all these students over here. These guys are... Oh, they're also passionate. Okay, so we have a lot of passionate action going on. Passionate and beautiful, huh? Okay, so we're gonna have to figure out what to do with this house, if anything. It can be gray for now. Let's see. Is there some other combination? Because our artifacts don't care right now, I don't think. Oh, that's the wrong place. Apologies. Statistics, artifacts. We don't have any of the mixed ones right now. We had a couple of chances at the shadow nature one, so we could have maybe done something there, but we don't now. So it's not a very useful house for the time being. Yeah, I don't really see this doing much for us. We could, if we wanted to really focus down, which maybe isn't a terrible idea, we could make this house the shadow house, and then this one only alchemy. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, that way we're more likely to, like, get our demon wings and stuff. I actually don't hate that. So we'll give you the black one. And then move any students that are particularly strong at shadow magic over here, I guess. So let's see, you're pretty balanced. You're in your last year. You're also a shadow apprentice, okay? Move you over. You're an alchemy apprentice. You probably want to hang out there. You're in your 5 of 7. Let's move you over. I think that's fine. Also 5 of 7. I guess I should be looking at alignment stuff as well. Have to figure stuff out. So this is now shadow. This is alchemy only. And then we have the new house. Alvarage. Which is, this is now the lighthouse. So the lighthouse was evil leaning. Alchemy is good leaning. Shadow is also good leaning. Okay. And that one's still neutral. Okay, cool. That's all fine. Just making sure I'm keeping up on my notes here. Okay, so you're evil. Which means I don't know why you're in this house to begin with, to be totally honest. But you're here, so nothing we can do about that now. Here for 2 more years. Looks like you're more into shadow. Let's put you over there. Alright, you're in your final year. Yeah, you can stay here. That's fine. Oh, you're interesting. You're a shadow disciple. Okay, let's pop you over. You've learned so little of so much. Cool. Keep you here. Definitely move you. You're also a shadow disciple. Okay, we're kind of losing some alchemy students here. You're a jack of all trades. Pop you over. You're 2 of 3. I think I actually pop you over as well. You've only learned assassination. And you're a shadow. Okay. Need some alchemy students from somewhere. You can stay here. Can I transfer any of these people, maybe? Maybe starting at, like, this end. I mean, probably not, right? They're here for a reason. That's okay. We'll fill this house up later. It's not a huge deal. Alright, we'll try it like this. Need some more students. For sure. Their school is growing maybe a little faster in our student pool, and that's kind of a problem. Here's some new students. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, you don't like Shadow or Arcane, and you're evil. See, evil goes to light school in general, which you're fine with. Okay, perfect. You'll go there. You're neutral, so you're going to go here. You're evil, so you're going to go here. I guess that's that. Alright, not getting a lot of the alchemists. Draw from the light deck. Heroic statue, stained glass window, trophy room. Still don't want a trophy room. Gray just sucks, so we'll just take the stained glass window, improve our students' sacred magic skills. We can just put that in just one of the light classrooms. This one has multiple windows. Have fun. Alright. Perfect. Feels like no one's ever in this room. This teacher must not be very good. I got a lot of parka fit hats. Should maybe do something about this troll. I still have a little time on it. Last there's a -3. Orcs are plus 20. That's pretty good. Let's hit the orcs one more time. See if we can get that 25 bonus here. Which we should be able to because the default gives you 10. So that's pretty good. Alright. Let's pick up another nature card. Green bed. Wood tree or the stable. Green bed's okay. I'm going to actually take this, generate some prestige in our cafeteria. It's not necessarily more practical or elegant than a standard set, but it does give food a taste of sap. Some people like that, apparently. And this teacher is so absurdly fast. Kind of crazy. How's our school's cleanliness? Let's see here. It's still bad, but like we're getting there, right? At least some of the rooms are clean now instead of just none of them. It'd be nice if somebody got to the bedrooms. It'd be really helpful. But it is what it is. It's cost $7.50 now, man. 2 applicants. Let's see. Learns arcane slower and they're neutral. Okay, so they can't go here. At which point, I guess I'll just send them to alchemy school because that school needs people in it. You're a child of nature, but you're also afraid of alchemy. That's not a problem. Nature goes with arcana. Okay. Bang. And I think the costs have gotten high enough on the cars that I'm going to start paying our teachers a reasonable salary again. Still going to keep the sponsor, I think, but making sure our teachers actually stick around and teach is probably helpful. Ooh, new students is great. The library is nice too. I could also put that over there. It's an option, but I'm going to take the students. We need bodies right now. And I can do the trick from the beginning of the game, if you recall. Go ahead and make applications 30 gold, and this will give us 150 bucks, which is pretty cool. Alright, allergic to crustaceans and phobia. Okay, so you don't want alchemy, that's fine. You're neutral, so you go here. Neutral, okay. Shadow Disciple, so you're going to Shadow School. Yep, that's fine. You're just lawful good, whatever, so you'll go to alchemy. And you don't like light and you're good. So you can go to either of these schools, send them to alchemy as well. Our alchemy school's picking up a few people. That's good. Go ahead and lower this back down. And we're well on our way to buying another card, which is pretty cool. Ooh, our expedition has either died or returned, I imagine. Incredible news. The mages, they came back and they have found an ancient spellbook misplaced amongst the letters. That's great news. Or offered to the king. I actually think I'm going to offer it to the king. The spellbook's not that powerful, and 20 reputation's nice. Puts the king at 63. So maybe we can go for the 75 bonus with the king now. Would be pretty nice. Also, reputation with the king later on in the game is fantastic because it lets you slow down the progress of evil pretty reliably. Ooh, Inquisition Banner is cool. Repentant Banner, Pyre. So Pyre has a chance to give you a trade that learns light magic faster, but also makes you good, and I believe our light teachers are largely evil. So, not really an exchange we want to make. I think the Inquisition Banner is going to be the best here. We need to work on improving our various reputations. Put in our Sleeping Hall, and the Arcane deck gives us Royal Banner or Psy Crystal. Royal Banner is fantastic. Psy Crystal, it's pretty good. Makes your room more efficient. I think I'll just take the banner. I like the banners quite a bit. Sure, put that in our refectory. Now we're just generating a lot of reputation passively, which is pretty helpful overall. I don't think this teacher has actually taught anyone yet. I feel like he's just sat here on his own the entire time. I'm also curious. Let's see. Is he... Okay, his needs aren't increasing right now. Slightly so with the growth of needs. Planned lessons. Like, I don't know... Whatever. Alright. We got communications. I got 200 arcane mana. So I want to go for the king or for the troll? That's the question. God, the king's so helpful. I think I have to go there. I'm currently extremely busy. What do you need? Before the castle gates waits a group of horses along several packs of dogs. A royal hunt is about to start. So yeah, this is the option you can use when you have a bunch of king rep to kind of burn. But for now, I'm actually going to wish him an enjoyable hunt. That should push us into 75 territory, which is great. Now we get money every time we recruit students. Ooh, this is nice. I'm going to go ahead and grab a prison. You know, a pretty standard feature at most schools, right? When a teacher catches a student misbehaving, they're sent to prison to discourage them from doing it again for a while, encouraging them to work more. So yeah, I like the prison. I can't put it here. That's a little bit unfortunate. Would have been a good place for it. Let's put it here. It's pretty out of the way. I don't know if I want it out of the way. Could do here. That's a little awkward. I could do here. It's okay as well. Maybe my prisoners will actually go to potion class or something. Yes, I think here, here, and here are the reasonable spots for it. And I think... Well, they didn't spend a lot of time there. But they're already wasting time, like, sitting there, so maybe I don't want them to have to go all the way to the end of the school. So I'll put it here. There's enough things here with upward connections. It shouldn't be an issue in terms of that. Alright, I'll put the prison right there. Druidism classroom's popping off over here. Is this guy just like... Yeah, there's just no students ever here. Tricky stuff. Alright. What you got for me? One applicant. That sucks. Oh, they're neutral. They're going here. Easy decisions. Are you going to... Oh my god, are you going to go learn potions? Is it happening? Got a student. Oh, they're going to go learn potions. Look at that. Oh, yes. This guy's smart. Holy crap. Look at him go. Okay, he didn't learn for long, but got some stuff accomplished. Wait, what's wrong with your brain's perfect? Why are you... What? Oh, you're gonna go doodle on the walls because you're a jerk. And then you're gonna go to prison. Okay. Fine way to spend your last semester at school. Go to prison. Sure. Okay, there's a temporal room. I do want this, so let's go ahead and grab it. Put it here. And hire a teacher. So, let's see here. Temporal and... Okay. Okay, so we still want to stick with neutral if possible, which they both are, so that's nice. A punctual ex-adventure is great. They're expensive is the only downside. You suck at teaching, but you kind of make up for it, but you're also slow. Yeah, let's definitely go with her. Alright, so there's our fancy new room. And again, if we can get to level 2, our students have a chance to do some time traveling and stick around longer, which is really nice. So we're getting there on the standard deck as well. Any bedrooms? Okay, private bedroom works. It helps with sanity as well as tiredness, and some, I mean, painting's actually pretty good, but I'm going to take the private bedroom 100%. Go ahead and put it here. And that should hopefully help alleviate some of these issues. So let's see, is there anything else I wanted to do in terms of money? Am I feeling rich enough to increase the teacher salary? Because that's actually a pretty strong move if you can do it. I can also get rid of the sponsor. I can also go back to free applications and maybe filter for smarter students instead. Maybe that's the move right now. Let's try that. And I'll see what my income and payment situation is. Whether I can afford to pay my teachers more, because it's a pretty big jump, right, from 6 to 10. So, we'll see how doable that is. Alright, what do you want? Solstice Ball is around the corner. This is a good opportunity to forget about the war. What are you preparing? Let's set up a large stone circle and dance, all clothed. Here's some money to set up a ball. Let's have a huge feast, or do nothing. The feast is pretty cool. It gives us the ability to brew some potions. We don't really need a third refectory. Development's nice. I'm gonna go with the feast, actually. Let's see what we can brew out of a cheese, an alcohol, and a hat. Makes a philosopher's stone? Okay, that's not bad. So the question now is, I'm obviously going to make one more, then the question is, do I use this root instead of one of the other ingredients just to find out what it does? I probably do. I'm also curious, like I said, I've played the game once before. I don't remember all the recipes, so I don't know if this, if these change. I assume they do, since they're question marks to begin with, but hard to say. Philosopher's Stone, and then... Yeah, let's see what we make out of a root hat. Seems like we're getting lots of hats. And alcohol is sometimes useful for events. I'll keep that around and use the cheese. Okay, we got some light mana, sure. I'll take it. Ooh, the refectory staff's cool. We don't have one yet. Probably worth grabbing. Allows 7 staff members to lower hunger, tiredness, and boredom while healing and increasing sanity. So, perfect. Could have sworn we had one of these already, but I guess not. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we can put that here. I think is probably the way to go. Yeah, seems fine. Let's do that and move on. All right, we got some year 5 graduates. Hopefully these guys will be better than village mages and whatnot. Okay, we got an adventure. Ooh, I would love to roll for Golem Manufacturer, and a lot of these other ones are pretty good as well, so we're going to re-roll this fate, even though adventure isn't bad. Okay, we got adventure again. It's fine. Minion, another Golem Manufacturer option, so that's for having high enchantment, I believe. Yeah, like, see, this student did a lot better than like your 3-year students, right? They got 3 and 4 here, some 2s, like, they're pretty decent. So we're going to, once again, look for something better. We got Imp. Okay, fine. Another adventure. Let's roll once more. Okay. We definitely don't want a squire. Squires are garbage. I guess we'll take a minion instead. Imp's okay, but we can do better, I think. Okay, we got a gardener. Okay, craftsman solid. I'll take craftsman. Undertaker is not so good. Okay, we're getting it anyway. And second Undertaker, let's go with Minion instead. Alright. Not like the strongest graduating class still, but not that bad. Alright, we got a Jack of all trades. Let's see here. You're neutral, so like we're gonna keep sticking people in here, I guess. This house is getting pretty full, but it has multiple types of classrooms they can go to, so it's okay for this one to be a little bit bigger than the others. And Lawful Good Shadow Disciple. Okay, well that's totally fine. We'll send you to Shadow School. Spend some of our cash. Okay, don't need another house, that's for sure. I guess I'll just make the refectory better. And now that we have two, like, I'm not as worried, so I'm gonna go ahead and just increase the efficiency of this one. We could also, I guess we can't quite make it healthy yet. But we could make it healthy eventually. I got the nature deck. Ooh, the war drum's nice. I think I might go with that one. Active characters lose tiredness. Definitely helpful. Could put in here. That's not a bad place for it. Could put in the students' lounge. But I think just a classroom is a good place for it, so let's put it in here. It's like really hidden. Okay. So now these guys are going to lose some tiredness as they hang out in this room. And ooh, that's good. That's all right. That's actually fine as well. Let's go with the components, I think. We'll put that also in the teacher's lounge along with the Park of Hidden Plant. So now we're hopefully going to start generating a lot of ingredients out of there. Alright. Learning how to summon demons. Good, good. There's a lot of graduates leaving, and then okay, there's some stuff. Let's see here. So the Bastion's awesome. The village is awesome. Guild's pretty neutral still. Sleeping Troll's still a problem. What's my arcane mana situation? 150. I don't know if that's enough to do something as a troll, but I guess we'll try. Let's see. Leave him alone, so that does nothing. Are those diamonds all over his skin? Get a bunch of gold, lose 20 rep. Restoring the harmony of the forest should help him sleep better. Plus 25, lose 200 natural mana, gain 2 prestige points. That's fantastic. And the Art of Dreams is our school's specialty. You need 4 private bedrooms. I guess we'll do this. It's a lot of extra rep with the troll and prestige points. It's definitely good. I wonder if there's a way to actually get him into like positive rep and do something cool with it, but yeah, like I said, I haven't actually played through the forest before, so I'm not entirely sure how the troll works. It seems like he's meant to be a bad thing and not a good thing. I believe if you get low enough, he just like attacks you with some orcs. It's not actually even that scary, but alright. We got enough ingredients for a potion. Should we... Oh, we have made this before. Oh, we'll make it again. That's fine. Definitely don't mind getting more Philosopher's Stones. Private apartments, Shadow Room's house. Don't want to give a Shadow Room better. Don't want to make more private apartments. Making a private apartments like more closer to this side wouldn't be bad, just for stupid alchemy guy and maybe this person. Yeah, that actually seems fine. Put it like over here somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm just gonna put them right here, I think. So we got our nice little teachers' facilities over here for these guys. And then we'll eventually have more classrooms over there, I'm sure. Here's our students learning how to be duelists or whatever. Cool stuff. Next crop of students. Ooh, that's a big crop. I like it. Okay, we're getting lots and lots of neutral students, but it'll even out eventually. Maybe. Okay, you're good, and you don't like shadow magics. That's our alchemy school. Easy. You're an alchemy apprentice and a child of nature, but you're good, so I'll also send you to alchemy school. And you're a jack of all trades. That's new. Man, alright, well, it's fine. Alright. I think this will about do it for this episode. Again, not a lot of, like, fantastic breakpoints, I guess. Just being in a new semester is a fine place to be. So we'll call the episode here school, you know, compared to where we started. It's getting quite a bit bigger. We got these cool rooms out here. We're managing to make all the types of mana. Starting to pay our teachers reasonably, and that's always good. So, still far off on training inquisitors, unfortunately. Our retribution magic's not exactly doing the thing that I needed to do. We got this teacher that's supposed to be able to like crit and stuff, but they just never seem to be teaching anybody is the problem. If I can get a second one of these classrooms, I'll probably put it somewhere and just have two, so that students are more likely to attend that class. But it should still be a doable quest. You have plenty of time still. And then, yeah, making good progress in the other quests as well. Shouldn't be an issue. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. I had a lot of fun. You did as well. And I'll see you for the next one.